my cow. It's you all the way into town. It's your sweet hello, dear, that sets me up. And it's your got to go, dear, that gets me down. It's you on my pillow in all of my dreams, till once more the morning breaks through. What words could be saner or truer or plainer than it's you, it's you. Yes, it's you. Oh, yes, it's you.
Please, kids, this'll shit out of my head!
We have 5 more minutes.
If you think you can hold these kids back, go ahead.
Start her up, Mr. Washburn. Wait till you see the new steps Professor Harold Hill taught us.
All right, what'll it be?
The shapoopy!
Now, a woman who kisses on the very first date is usually a hussy, and a woman who kisses on the second time out is anything but fussy. Now, a woman who waits for the third time around, head in the clouds, feet on the ground. She's the girl you're glad you found. She's your shapoopy, shapoopy, shapoopy.
The girl is hard to get.
Shapoopy, shapoopy, shapoopy.
But you can't win her yet.
You walk around once, so raise the curtain. You walk around twice, you make for certain. Once more, the flower and she'll never get started. Beg your pardon.
Don't bring me muscle, 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 mommy, drink.
So he's all once, yes, and looking if you get squeezed back, that's fancy cooking. Once more for a cut, for upper, she'll never get thrown away to supper.
Don't bring me muscle, muscle,
No girls, no gals, anyone can see. Look at her now, she's so down. Won't leave us for me to scream. All once, yes, and looking, yes, squeezed back, that's fancy cooking. Once more for a cut, for upper, she will never get thrown away to supper.
don't bring me muscle, muscle,
Shapoopy, shapoopy, shapoopy. The girl is hard to get. Shapoopy, shapoopy, shapoopy.
daughter and I are going steady behind your back.
Why, you?
Well, we'd rather do it in front of your back, but...
Do what? Well, never mind.
Anita's scared of you, but I'm not. I should think you'd hate to have your own daughter scared of you, Geely Clyde.
Now, you watch your phraseology. Now, I'm going to warn you once more. I ever catch you touching my daughter again, I'll by God horse whip you till hell won't have it again.
No, George.
Not one poop out of you, madam.
I think he means...
Yes. And now get out of this public building.
You got as much right in a public building as anybody.
Right? How do you get any right around here? Aiding and abetting the swindling activities of a spellbinding symbol salesman. You know what I see written all over you? Reform school! Now get out, you wild kid!
Papa, please! Capitalists like you that make blood in the marketplace, these guys!
Hey, you watch your phraseology, young woman. Go home. You lady,
Yes, George, I
attend to your dance.
Why dance?
I'll handle Zanita. Taking up with wild kids from the wrong side of
Mr.
town.
Mayor, if I could just make you understand.
Well, you can't. And by the way, thanks for nothing. I read that book you gave me cover to cover for a whole week now and didn't find a thing.
Mr. Mayor, if you please.
Well, I'll settle your ass just as soon as I get these premises off of my oldest girl.
Yes! All right, in the meantime, I'd like you to know that I am vouching for Tommy Gillis. He's got the confidence of every kid in town, and you'll be waiting in line to shake his hand by the time our band plays its first concert.
By the time your band plays its first concert, the individual members will have to foregather in wheelchairs on account of the broken legs they'll have from tripping over their own beards. Well, I'll tell you something. My fine young feathered, my feathered young, never mind. All of it. Jason, you were Olin. I want this man's references, and I want him tonight. Don't let him out of your sight. He's slippier than a Mississippi sturgeon.
So you want us to get his credentials?
Get his papers or get him in jail. I couldn't make myself any clearer if I was a button hook in the whale water.
Professor Hill, I think Mayor Shin behaved abominably, and I think it was wonderful of you coming to Tommy's defense.
That was nothing.
Yes, it was.
A old man can't dodge the issue every time a little personal risk is involved. What does the poet say? The coward dies 1,000 deaths, the brave man only 500. Yes, well, fortunately the mayor was already pretty mad on account of his pool table. I suppose a recommendation from a musical authority like yourself would help, but I couldn't imagine it asking you for such a thing.
Why, Professor Hill?
You would?
I'd be glad to. I just wish I was a little more informed. I've been wanting to talk to you about Whisper's cornet.
Oh, yes, his cornet, mother of pearl keys.
Oh, I'm sure it's fine, but you see, he never touches it. The first week or so, he made a few, experimental blats, I guess you'd say.
Yes, blast.
And he sings the minuet and G almost constantly. But he never touches the cornet.
Well,
He says you told him it wasn't necessary.
well.
He tells me of a think system, where if he thinks the minuet and G, then he won't have to bother with the notes. Now, Professor.
Miss Marion, the think system is a revolutionary method, I'll admit. But so is Galileo's conception of the heavens, Columbus's conception of the egg, globe, and Bach's conception of the well-tempered clavichord. Now, I cannot discuss these things here in public, but if you'll allow me to call, who may I call?
Any night this week. Pick a little, talk a little, pick a little, talk a little. Take a lot, pick a little more. Pick a little, talk a little. We're about to join our just pick a little more. You were so delightful. Talk about the hill more. Pick a little, talk a little, pick a little, talk a little. You dance like a fairy princess. Pick a little, talk with a beauty to your floor. With a golden sugar hair, silver shoes, should be. The professor told us to read those books, and we simply adore them all. Children,
Sorry, Professor Hill, we've got our orders.
We've all been deputized.
Yes, congratulations. Now, let's see here. You fellas know I've tried to give you my references and my credentials all week, but somehow you always change the subject. Now, I have just what you need up in my hotel. Take me a second.
Ray will have to go with you.
Yes, well, let's see if I have my key. What's this? A testimonial from Madame Reedy, the only female bassoon player to ever play on the Red Path circuit. Oh, Reedy was her stage name, of course. Really, she was from Moline. Lyda Rose Quackenbush.
We might have to take a look at.
Oh, you'll never forget the name. Lyda Rose. Just like the old song. Lyda Rose, I'm home again, Rose.
To get the sun back in the sky. Lyda Rose, I'm home again, Rose, about 1,000 kisses shy. Ding dong ding, I can hear the chapel bell chime. Ding dong ding, at the least suggestion, I'll pop the question. Lyda Rose, I'm home again, Rose, without a sweetheart to my name. Lyda Rose, now everyone knows that I'm hoping you're the same. So here is my love song, not fancy or fine. Lyda Rose, oh, won't you be mine? Lyda Rose, oh, Lyda Rose, oh, Lyda Rose.
dream of now, dream of then, dream of a love so bright and fair. I love you, oh yes I love you, and I'll bravely tell you that only when we dream again, sweet and low, sweet and low, how sweet that feeling, I'll never go, oh yes forever, never tell you.
Lyda Rose, oh, Lyda Rose, oh. Lyda Rose, I'm home again, Rose, to get the sun back in the sky. Lyda Rose, I'm Rose, about 1,000 kisses shy. Ding dong ding, I can hear the chapel bell chime. Ding dong ding, at the least suggestion, I'll pop the question. Lyda Rose, I'm home again, Rose, without a sweetheart to my name. Lyda Rose, now everyone knows that I'm hoping you're the same. So here is my love song, not fancy or fine.
Will I ever tell
Lyda Rose, oh, won't you be mine? Lyda Rose, oh, Lyda Rose, oh, Lyda Rose.
Won't you ever stop arguing with yourself? Won't you ever tell him, yes, no, fiddlesticks, just open your mouth and let it come out.
Now, Mama.
Now nothing. If he ever comes calling again, you will see him alone. And if you haven't the gumption to tell him how you feel,
Tell her.
well, there's nothing wrong with a baby like him.
Mama!
Linda, where have you been?
Fishing?
Fishing?
With Harold.
Shins live around here?
The Shin home is on Easttown. This is Westtown.
Oh, criminy. Oh. Oh, I see you're the piano teacher in town. You must know about this fella Hill forming a boys' band.
Yes.
Well, don't you worry no more. I got the goods on him in spades. Swindling, stupid thimble ringer. That's why I gotta talk to this fella shit. But the, what is it? The number 8 only makes a 15-minute water stop. Although I wish you were 20. Sure could concentrate 5 minutes on you, girly girl.
Who are you?
Name's Charlie Cat, Anvil salesman. But today I'm out to protect the good name of the traveling fraternity from this swindle.
Well, Mr. Cowell, you are making a big mistake.
Mistake my old lady's corset color. That man has been the raspberry seed in my wisdom tooth long enough. A spoiled Illinois woman, he ain't gonna spoil Iowa. Say, what kind of piano teacher are you anyway? She didn't see right through him. Why do you just know more professor
I
than
know all about that. Band leaders are always called professor, and it's a harmless deception. He's a fine director.
Oh, fine, no, wait a minute, fine director. Have you heard one note of music out of any band?
No, but
But nothing, girly girl. Can't you see this man's never formed a band in his life and he never will?
well, if you'll just listen to me for a minute.
I'd like to. I'd like to do a lot more than that if I had the time. Sure got the inclination. But I'll best be off. Gotta catch that train. Gotta leave this little dynamite with somebody on the way to the depot. Bye-bye, girl. See you next time.
You'll never make that train at the depot. You have to catch it at the crossing.
No, sir. I gotta leave word on Harold Hill, and I can see you ain't the one to do it with.
Well, you don't know me yet.
Is that a, invitation?
No, I meant I don't know you. And
Yes, I suppose I don't have time anyways.
I mean, as well as I'd like to.
No problem there, girly girl.
I never met a man who sells anvils. That's different.
Yeah, takes a real salesman if I do say so myself. Anvils have a very limited appeal. Oh, what am I doing? I go, I miss that train, I'll lose my job, and I still gotta leave word about Harold Hill.
Leave word with me.
No, you're tin type. How do I know you'd even deliver any letters?
Try me. Here's your train. Now catch
Oh, you little dirt double dealer little... Who are you protecting anyways? Harold Hill's got a girl in every county of Illinois. And he's taking it away from every one of them. That's 102 counties, not including the piano teachers like you he coaches up to keep their mouths shut. Neither of you seem the last of me, girly girl.
Light rose, I'm home again, rose, without a sweetheart to my name. Good evening, Miss Marion. Light rose, now everyone knows that I'm hoping you're the same. So here is my love song, not fancy or fine. Light a rose, oh won't you be mine? Light a rose.
Marion! Marion, who is you? Oh, Professor Hill.
Good evening, with a brew, Miss Mary.
You two come up here and set. I've got some jelly on the stove. There's no jelly on the stove, Mama. Well, I'll put some on.
Shall we set, as your mother said?
Well,
You did ask me to call.
did I? I didn't mean anything by it.
Now, Miss Marion, I'm not suggesting that your invitation inferred anything other than academic enlightenment. The thing system. I've been by your house once or twice this week to try to explain it to you. There always seems to be people by, mostly ladies, I thought.
Yes, Mrs. Squires and several of the ladies.
I'm glad. I wouldn't want anybody beating my time. You wouldn't? No, ma'am. That's evidently not the convenient night. I'll see you at the sociable later.
Professor Hill, is it really true that you've had 100... Well, what I'm trying to say is...
Yes.
Is it really true that you've developed a think system?
A what? A think system, yes. It's really very simple. As simple as whistling. No one has to show you how to use your lips in whistling. You merely think of a tune, and it comes out here. I'll try this before you ask me questions.
I take your word.
Did we sit down?
Are all music teachers as dense as I am?
All music teachers?
I dare say you've met a dozen, maybe even 100.
Well, Miss Mary,
Have they all been as fascinated as I have with the think system?
Some more, some less. One young lady had even thought of the same system before I arrived. Showed me a few refinements.
I see.
Have I said something wrong?
Please don't let me keep you, Professor Hill. I'm sure you have many more important things to do than explain the think system to me.
I couldn't think of one.
I'm sure I'm very dull company for a man of your experience.
And now say, where'd you get an idea like that?
One hears rumors of traveling salesmen.
Now, Miss Marion, you shouldn't believe everything you hear. After all, one even hears rumors of librarians.
I suppose you're talking about Uncle Matty.
Uncle Matty?
Mr. Madison, my father's best friend. No matter what they say, he left me an assured job so that Mother Winthrop and I would have security. Surely you don't believe...
Of course not. That's exactly what I mean. Why do you think people start rumors like that?
Narrow-mindedness and jealousy? Jealousy mostly, I guess.
And jealousy mostly starts rumors about traveling salesmen. Tell me, what have you heard?
Think about you personally, just generally.
What have you heard generally?
Just that... Well, it stands to reason that narrow-mindedness and jealousy might lead to... Well, take you, for instance. Your attentions to customers. Teachers might easily be misinterpreted, mightn't they? I mean, now honestly, mightn't they?
Why?
And so you say, if another salesman or someone were jealous, they could be downright lies, couldn't they?
What could?
Rumors and things.
Why, of course.
It just proves that you shouldn't believe everything you hear, doesn't it? I mean, if you discuss
Miss
things...
Marion, I would be delighted to discuss anything in the world with you. Couldn't we do it sitting down? You do sit, your knees bend, and all.
Sit on the porch.
Also sit in a large hollow log with the footbridge.
I couldn't think of it. Never been to the footbridge with a man in my life.
Just to talk.
I've got to dress for the sociable.
Meet me there in 15 minutes?
I just can't. Please? Maybe some other time. Maybe tomorrow.
My dear little librarian, pile up enough tomorrows, you will find you've collected nothing but a lot of empty yesterdays. Now, I don't know about you, but I'd like to make today worth remembering.
So would I.
Footbridge, 15 minutes.
15 minutes. Mama! What? I just promised Professor Hill that I'd be here at the footbridge in 15 minutes.
Oh, glory be and saints be praised, it works!
What does?
I've been using the think system on you from the parlor.
Hey Greg, the uniforms arrived. The kids are in them already. These people are going to be screaming for music if these kids show up to the social pool.
Yeah.
Oh, here's most of the dough. I got Tommy to collect it. He's trying to keep the kids together by pretending to hold a practice over the lumberyard.
All right, Mars, go get the ring.
I got it.
Well, what time's the train go?
9:40 from the junction.
It's not even 8:30 yet.
Look, you want to turn the water around and get yourself caught up in the running track? You go ahead, but I don't.
Hey, don't worry. I'll meet you at the hotel in plenty of time. Miss Marion, you're late.
But you said 15 minutes.
Oh, I meant that you were about 26 years too late. Took you all this time to get to the footbridge with the fellow.
To tell you the truth, it was almost longer.
Oh?
Here I nearly turned back. I guess I'm not the first girl to find it easier to think clearly when not under the spell of your salesmanship.
Now, Miss Marion, surely you don't think I've been selling you anything.
Oh no, you've given me something. That's why I came.
I don't recall giving you anything.
You have. Something beautiful. That's why I decided to come, and I'm so glad. Please don't be afraid that I expect too much more. One can't expect a traveling salesman to stay put. I know there have been many ports of call, and I know there will be many more, but that's no reason for me not to be grateful for what you've left behind for me.
Marion, I don't...
There were bells on the hill, but I never heard them ringing. No, I never heard them at all till there was you. There were birds in the sky, but I never saw them winging. No, I never saw them at all till there was you. And there was music, and there were wonderful roses. They turned in sweet, fragrant meadows of time and dew. There was love all around, but I never heard it singing. No, I never heard it at all till there was you.
There was love all around, but I never heard it singing. I never heard it at all till there Marion, there's a lot of things you don't know about me.
Hey Greg,
I'm expecting a cable from Hector Bullios. This could be it. What?
who's the salesman here? Sounds like she's selling and you're buying.
What are you, crazy? I didn't know I was going to be able to leave tonight. I had to keep her off balance, didn't I?
Well, she's so far off balance you can't tell from a cat boat in a hurricane.
Listen, Mr. Brown. I came up through the ranks in this skirmish. Now, I'm not resigning without my commission.
But you can't get anywhere out here on this footbridge.
I know a place. over past Madison Picnic Park, and makes this footbridge look like the old ladies' home. Now beat it. Go get the ring. Never a dull moment in the music business. Now where were we?
You were about to tell me what I don't know about you.
Well, say, we don't have to get into that just now, do we?
No, or ever for that matter, Harold. The librarian hasn't felt much like doing research lately, but she did when you first came here.
Oh! About what?
About Professor Harold Hill, Gary Conservatory of Music, gold medal class of '05. Harold, there was no Gary Conservatory in '05.
Why, there's certainly...
Wasn't built until '06. I'll see you at the sociable.
But you knew the whole time?
Since July 7th, 3 days after you came here, I tore this page out of the Indiana Journal. It was originally intended to use against you, but now I give it to you with all of my heart.
But if you knew, why didn't you? Why, you will. While 110 cornets played the air, and I modestly took my place as the one and only bass, and I omped up and down the square.
Good night, my someone, good night, my love.
With 110 cornets right behind.
Our star is shining its brightest light.
There were horns of every shape and sweet dreams be yours, dear, if dreams there be.
While 110 cornets played the air.
I wish I may, and I wish I might. Now good night, my summer.
Craig, this guy's crazy and he's going all over town filling out everything.
I'll say I'm crazy. This my train probably lost my job, but I got you now, Hill. And you're gonna pay. You be in the clinic right now, you know. You be in the clinic right now. If it wasn't that little piano teacher of yours, I told her all about you. And what'd she do? Goes off litigating shit till I couldn't get to him no more. That dried up little man-hungry ducksy, that round-heel biscuit. You get out of here before you too late. You big blow off. I'm not leaving this town till you get yours up, down, through, and sideways. I can never even do the territory.
Here's yourself, Craig. The ring's in the alley. Come on, hurry up.
Stop! Stop! Listen to this man. You bunch of gobbling green grass goats. Can't you see that you're all being swindled out your eyes and through your teeth right now? This minute. Can't y'all see you're being robbed in the bedroom while you're fiddling away in the parlor? I'm talking about Harold Hill. Road agent. Highwayman. Pickpocket.
Pickpocket.
The same thing. He's had his hands in your pocket, mister, and yours, little lady, ever since he first arrived in this town. Got more documented evidence than you'll ever have time to read. There is no boys' band. There never was any boys' band, and there never will be any boys' band. And if you don't hunt this man down like the rabid dog that he is, there won't be no more Harold Hill neither. He'll be on the next train out of here.
Now will you believe me?
What are we waiting for?
I want my money back.
Money back? I want his hide.
After him! And when you find him, bring him to the schoolhouse. After him! Try the low road. Look by the creek. Try the mill. Check the creek.
What have you done to get our money back? We collected nearly $300 for instruments just tonight, and we haven't even seen them beautiful.
if there are those, as I have heard, who are melting tar and collecting feathers, I will not say the name.
Well, surely some of you ought to be able to forget your everlasting, Iowa stubborn, chip on the shoulder arrogance long enough to remember River City before Harold Hill arrived. Do you remember? Well, do you? I should think some of you ought to be grateful for what Harold has brought to River City, and if so, I should think you'd want to admit it.
You're wasting a great deal of time, miss. If there's a person in this hall who thinks this man Hill should be tarred and feathered, well, let him stand up. Lay, sit down. And the rest of you, standing there like a coat of Shropshire sheep. Have you forgotten how you bought expensive uniforms, technical instruction booklets, and high-priced band instruments? Have you forgotten the clear, understanding warranty that your children will be taught to play in a band? Well, where's the band? Where's the band?
Think, Ben. Think.